Happy rising, everyone. How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are doing well. I am doing well. I'm out here getting my workout on. I tried to record a video, it just cut off, so it is what it is. um, but yeah, so I was working out, and so I actually stopped working out just to give this message because I didn't want to forget it. So I had created a YouTube short called "Many Are Called, Few Are Chosen," and a lot of people say or feel that they are chosen. If you get online, everybody's chosen. You know, they done made it into a trend that, being chosen. But because why? Because everybody wants to be chosen. Because everybody thinks it's like candy and rainbows, and it's like, yeah, God chose me to do something bigger than myself. And that's a good thing. But God didn't choose everybody, right? Everybody's not chosen. When you're chosen, or when God chooses you to do something, He has to prepare you. And in that preparation, what happens? A transformation happens. And that transformation isn't something that happens outside of you. It's a transformation within you. And in that transformation, you have to go into the darkness of your own soul. What am I talking about? I'm talking about if it's something within you, pain, trauma, even life itself, adversity, right? Your mind, your heart, whatever it is that needs to be healed. In that darkness, that's where the healing takes place. And when that healing takes place in that darkness, because it is dark, there's a transformation that takes place. And in that darkness, God is restoring you, transforming you. And then when you come out on the other side, you're not who you were when you first went into that darkness. No, you somebody different. Matter of fact, you somebody different. You may look the same, but you're not the same, right? Within, right? It's like it's not a bad thing, right? To be chosen. It's a beautiful thing, right? But we have to understand we can't just say we're chosen and we haven't gone through anything, right? That we haven't gone into the darkness. If you haven't gone into the darkness, then you can't appreciate the light, right? It's like anything. It's just like growth. As you grow, you can look back and see where you started and know that you've grown. So it's the same thing as being chosen. It's like once you get out on the other side in the light, you can look back to when you were in the darkness and know that you've been renewed or reborn or resurrected. Like God did something within you, right? Because understand, everything that happens when it comes to transformations, none of it's outside of you. It's like your soul. It's inside of you. And when you go into that darkness, because a lot of things can trigger the darkness, right? Some people have almost died. Some people, they just feel disconnected from God or from life itself and question themselves like, why am I here? Right? But it could be a lot of things, and it's different for everyone. But I just wanted to jump on here to say that, and also understand another thing: when you're chosen, like everybody ain't gonna receive you, everybody ain't gonna like you, everybody gonna love you. Everybody's not gonna go or agree with you. Matter of fact, when you're chosen, people are going to oppose you. A lot of people will oppose you because you are chosen, or because God called you and you answered the call. A lot of them are upset with you because God called you and you answered the call, right? Because you knew if you answered the call, what you had to go through. You had to go through that darkness. And a lot of people, God called and they decided that, hey, I ain't gonna answer the phone, just let it ring. I ain't ready to go into the darkness. You see what I'm saying? And those who decided not to go into the darkness, right? That they were either afraid, or they just didn't want to look at themselves or look at that darkness that's within them, or deal with whatever it is that has happened to them in their lifetime or lifetimes. They didn't want to deal with that, right? Because I always say people don't like to look at themselves. But that's part of it, though. And it's like, you represent being chosen. You represent God. And so there are people who go against you just because of that fact. Right? And you would think to yourself, like, well, if I represent God, why would people go against me? One, it could be because, like I said, they didn't answer the call. And they upset with you because you did, right? That you were brave enough, fearless enough to take that leap into the darkness, right? That you trusted God in that darkness. That you knew that in that darkness, God was doing something, right? And of course, if God's doing something, it's got to be good, you know? There's no way you can go through the darkness and God transform you in that darkness and you come out less than. Now, you're going to be more than what you ever thought you could be, right? It's just, we just live in a world where everything's a trend, right? And people say things and they have no idea what comes with, what comes with being chosen. They just think like, God said, many are called and few are chosen, and I'm one of the ones that's chosen. God called me and I'm chosen. You can say it, but that's saying it though. But it's some actions that come with that, right? Think about it. If it was easy, let me say that. If it was easy, everybody would be chosen, right? It don't work like that. In my mind, it's like God is like this. If you can go through the storm, go through the darkness, right? If you're willing to do that, right? But God wasn't gonna make it easy. It's just like almost like when you try to get in an organization or something like that. And it's like it's basically survival of the fittest. Like, who wanted the most? Who wanted the most? If you truly want to be used by God, well, let me take that back. Anybody can be used by God, but I'm talking about as far as being chosen. You're gonna have to go through literally training, testing, right? And it ain't easy. But it's not supposed to be. It's like you got 10 people and you want to get the best. You want to pick the best. Who is the best of these 10? Who willing to do what it is that needs to be done? Who willing to go through the mud, right? Who willing to do whatever it is that God is choosing or asking you to do to get to the other side, right? And I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to go through the darkness, right? You're going to have to go through it. right? And I feel like, and when you go into darkness, I feel like it's different for everyone because, like I said, everybody has something that has to be refined, right? Or even restored, whether we know it or not. Excuse me. But yeah, y'all, that was just a message that I wanted to share. Now, don't nobody get offended now because I'm saying that everybody can't be chosen. But everybody can't be chosen, right? I feel that God chooses certain individuals to do certain things, right? And it's made just specifically for that person, right? That's why I feel like everybody can't be chosen, because God uses different individuals to do certain things, right? So everybody can't do the same thing. Everybody can't do what God has chosen one to do or another to do. And I feel, everybody don't want to answer the call. They don't want to take the call. And it's nothing wrong with that, though. If you knew what you had to go through, I guess I could understand that, right? When you understand what you got to go through, and then you make just a conscious choice that you just don't want to do it, right? And see, when I'm talking right now, I'm speaking spiritually, right? Spiritually. But anyway, y'all, I want y'all to have a beautiful day, because it's so beautiful out here today. Oh, it's so beautiful. Y'all see? Look at that. Look at that. But anyway, y'all, I want y'all to have a beautiful day. Love y'all. Now, I'm going this time. Bye-bye.